Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been dying to use these new Stila liquid eyeshadows that I have. So today I did a rose gold look for you and I used these shimmer eyeshadows. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize my skin because anytime that you want to apply makeup, you always need to use a moisturizer. I mean, in general, you need to always use a moisturizer anyway. But if you are applying makeup really starts with your skincare and how you treat your skin, because you can put anything on your skin, on the surface of it, but if you aren't treating it properly, your texture and pores and dry skin is just going to come right through that foundation anyway. This is the Algenist Genius moisturizer, and then I'm going to go in with the Origins eye cream. This is my favorite eye cream because it's brightening, so when I put it on, you can see how it like brightens up my under eyes a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna let that soak into my skin a little bit before I start putting on primer and doing my face. Actually, I'm gonna do my eyes first. So I'll do my eyes first. That way, if I get any fallout, I can wipe it up anyway without ruining any foundation or anything. So it doesn't matter if you do foundation first or eyes. But typically I like to do the eyes first because that way if I do get any fallout or glitter or anything like that, I can just wipe it up and not ruin my face makeup. So I don't really know what I want to do with my makeup today. I'm just gonna kind of wing it. Yeah, literally I'm gonna do a wing too. So first I'm gonna go in and prep my eyes. I always use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot as my eyeshadow base. I've been using this one for years, and I mean, even if you watch my old videos, you would know that I use this all the time. I like primers with a sticky base. You can use one that's more of like a wet base, but I like the sticky one. So I'm going to go in with just a big fluffy brush and prime my eyelids with this base. And you can use your fingers for this too. I did for a while, but then I don't know, I felt like I got better coverage with a brush, so I just started using a brush. Now I'm going to go in, today I'm going to be using mostly the Naked 3 palette because I want to go with like rose golds. I have new Stila liquid eyeshadows that I've been loving lately, so probably going to use one of them today. So I'm going to go in with this color right here. This is Limit, and I'm going to use this to set my eyeshadow base. You always want to use a light color to kind of just place all over the eye because that really sets your primer. If you were to go in with just an eyeshadow in your crease and start to actually try and lay all your eyeshadow colors, it would kind of get like chunky and it wouldn't have a smooth base. So you want to make sure you use a good transition color that's close to your skin color to place all over the lid and really set that base. Next I'm going to go in with Nooner, and that's the second darkest matte color, so no shimmers yet. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to focus mainly in the crease and that outer V, because that's where you always want the darker colors, is out here in your outer V. So I'm really just going to focus on placing that there and then bringing it into the crease, blending that all together. Next, I'm going to change brushes. I'm going to use the Japanesque 836. I use this one for like deeper colors in the crease, and I'm going to go in with Black Heart. This is the darkest color in the palette. It has some like purple specks in it and a little bit of glitter. I'm going to lightly tap my brush into that, tap it off to get any excess eyeshadow off, and then I'm really focusing on that outer V, kind of staying close to my lash line, and then bringing it up into the crease just a little bit, but only putting it on the outside of the eye, because I really don't want this being a dark eye look, but I do want a little bit of dimension with the dark color on the outside. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with the dark color, because I really, like I said, don't want it to be super dark. So next I'm going to go in with my main lid color, and I'm going to use the Stila Liquid Eye Shadow in Rose Gold Retro. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to focus this mainly on the center of the lid. And I'm only going up to my crease. And you want to be careful if you are using these eyeshadows not to open your eyes all the way because it'll get on the crease. So you want it to dry before you're really moving your eyes around. So I'm going to go with my finger and just kind of press that on the corners. And that'll kind of blend it together because I don't want to use a brush for this since it is a really wet eyeshadow. If you use your finger too much, it moves around the eyeshadow. I don't really want to move it around. I just kind of want to blend it out a little bit. I'm going to go in with that Japanesque brush. And I didn't place any more product on it. I'm just using whatever was left over on it to kind of blend out the outer V of this. Because you don't want any harsh lines from the liquid eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with that other blending brush. This is my main blending brush that I use all the time. This is an IT brush. There's nothing. Everything is worn off, but I know it's the blending crease brush. If you have to, you can go in with more of that matte transition color. So I'm going to do a little bit of that with this Limit color. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of that onto my brush and use that to really blend it out because you don't want any harsh lines. When you use any types of dark color, you want to really blend that out with a transition color because you don't want to see that you have that line of a dark color. You want to use a lighter color to blend it out. I'm going to use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter Base. So this is the, this is a really good illuminating primer. I have really dry skin and I find that this helps with it. Some primers, if I use them, they really do not help my dry skin at all. Next, I'm going to go in with my foundation. I've really been liking the Maybelline Fit Me lately. I've been using this every time I put foundation on. I use the Matte and Poreless, so it's the green font. And I'm the color 128 right now, but I am going to mix it with a little bit of Born This Way Too Faced foundation because I really like the formula of this one. This is in Warm Nude. So I just mix a little bit of each on the back of my hand. When you're picking out your foundation, I know everybody wants to look tan, so they always pick a darker foundation. Even if it's like one shade darker, please try and get it so it matches your actual face color. You can always go in with bronzer to give you that more of a tan look, but if you go in with a completely different color, people are going to notice and it's not going to look right. You want to match your actual skin with your foundation. So now that the foundation's done, I'm going to go in with my concealer. This is the Urban Decay concealer in light neutral. And then I'm going to go in with my Lemon Drop sponge, which I do like this sponge a lot. I've talked about it a ton in my other videos. This has completely replaced my booty blender. And then I'm going to use just a little brush. This is a setting brush from Real Techniques. And I like using a yellow powder under the eye. Caitlin always makes fun of me for it, but I don't know. I like it. Because I feel like sometimes when I use a white under my eye, you can really notice it. It like shows in pictures how bright it is. And I don't really like that. This is the Marc Jacobs palette. Next, I'm going to go in with bronzer. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm just putting this, I'm focusing mainly under my cheekbones, the temples of the forehead, and then blending everything together. You want to keep bronzer on the outside of your face though. You don't want to stick to the inside of the face. You just concealed and highlighted everything at the center of your face, and so the bronzer is going to darken it on the outside. You really don't want to put it on the inside. Okay, so I apologize for this light right now because it's looking a little yellow. Alright, I'm going to go in with my absolute staple. This is my MAC blush in Blunt. And I just use this to really carve out under the cheekbones and what I contour with. And I feel like I've been using this thing for years and it looks like there's not even a dent in it. Wait till you see this beautiful highlighter. I'm telling you, this thing is an absolute game changer. I always spray my highlighter with Fix Plus because it gives it more pigment when it gets onto the skin. Ooh. Ooh. Then I'm going to go in with a MAC blush. This is a limited edition blush called See Me, Hear Me. Now I'm going to go back in with the Nooner color from the Naked 3 palette. This is the darkest matte. I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and just do under my eyes and the bottom lash line. Then I'm going to use my Kat Von D tattoo liner to do a wing. When I do my liner, I always do just on the top of the lid first, and then I go in and do the wing. And when you do your wing, you want to pretend like your bottom lash line, if it were to continue to keep going, that's where you would want your wing. If you did it too far up, it just wouldn't go with the eye shape. You want to go with like your natural eye shape, so that way it looks like it just kind of like brings your eyes up and makes them more open. So I'm just using the Tarte eyelash primer, and then I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Troublemaker mascara. Then I'm going to go in with my NYX pencil, micro brow pencil, and this is in the color taupe, you know. Yes. Okay, so I just went in with MAC Nylon, and then I always use that to just do a brow and inner corner highlight, and then I use that blending brush with no more product on it to just kind of blend everything together. And then my last step before lips is I'm going to line my lower lash line with Walk of Shame Urban Decay gel liner. And then to finish off this look, I'm going to do Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in Crush. That is the finished look. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a really long time, but I really was dying to use these Stila eyeshadows. So if you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.